Hi there, boys and girls. My name is Iliana. Welcome, and let's warm up with a little yoga pose that will give us a hint about our learning today. Now let's take 3 deep breaths in cat pose. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we have in our mystery bag. Ooh, I hear lots of different things in there. Let's see. Oh, it looks like some little dog treats. They're in the shape of little steaks. Oh, let's see what else we have here. Some cat food. Dog treats, cat food. That's 2 things in our bag. Let's see if we have anything else. A cat bowl for our cat food. One more thing in here. Look at this beautiful, fancy dog bowl. I think that probably goes with our dog treats. So we have some dog bones, a dog bowl, some cat food, and a cat bowl. I wonder what all these things are for. We're going to read a book today titled A Cat and a Dog. But before we read it, I want to talk about some special words. I have some vocabulary cards here that'll help us be ready for these words when we see them in the book. My first word is fangs. I'm going to put it right here in my chart. Fangs. Those are those sharp teeth that dogs have. Fangs. We might see some fangs in this story. I have another word here. It says clumsy. Clumsy is a word that tells us somebody might have a lot of accidents. Maybe like tripping, falling, bumping into things. Those are some examples of how you might be clumsy. We're going to see somebody be clumsy in this story. I have another word here. It reads fussy. And it has kind of like a face like this, almost like you're not really happy. Fussy is another way to say that you are never really happy with anything. Everything is always wrong. There's always a problem. You're not really ever happy. Fussy. Fussy. I wonder who might be fussy in our story. Claws. Ooh, look at those claws. There's lots of different animals that have claws. And in this story, we are going to see them. They're right here in those paws. Claws. And I have one more word today. It reads lazy. Look at that man here laying down on his couch, not doing much. Lazy means when you don't really do any work or help around the house. Lazy. You're just kind of lounging around, not doing much. I wonder who's going to be lazy in our story today. I have my book and it's titled A Cat and a Dog. The author of this story is Claire Measure. That means that she wrote all the words in this story. And the illustrator is Bob Kolar. That tells me that Bob drew all the pictures. Let's open it up here. Oh, before I open it, did you notice these faces? Oh my. I see some frowns. That's when your mouth is kind of like this. Or maybe it could also be some scowls. Kind of like, whoa, they're angry. Almost like a frown, almost like a scowl. I think they're having some strong emotions there. It says here, a cat and a dog lived in the same house. And I can tell already, just like in the front cover, that they are not very happy with each other. Look at them. That's already giving me some clues about this book. But they were not friends. Hiss. Those are some sounds that let me know there are some strong emotions here. I wonder what it might be. It's definitely not happy. They fought all the time. He's saying here, clumsy dog. There's our first fancy word, clumsy. Remember, that means when you kind of bump into things or drop things. I can see here that this cat bowl is on the floor. That means probably the dog bumped into it. Fussy cat. Another one of our words. Remember that fussy is a fancy word for never really happy. So they're calling each other clumsy and fussy. Remember, it says here they fought all the time. Night and day. So they're still fighting, even though it's the daytime. Dirty dog. Did you notice these tracks right here? Lazy cat. There's another one of our vocabulary words, lazy. That just means when you're lounging around, not doing much. I can tell the cat is lounging around, not doing very much. That means he's being a little bit lazy. They fought about everything. The best spots? Oh, they're having a little bit of a conflict here. Conflict is a fancy word for problem. Do you see them both pulling on this mat? I don't know if that's the best way to really solve a problem. The best treats. So they're fighting about their treats too. Oh no, and look at the mess. Oh. There is a very big problem going on here. But most of all, they fought about their toys. Oh, look at that. See these claws? There's another one of our vocabulary words. Remember, claws are right here in the paws. So the cat is showing the claws. Stay away from my mouse. It's being said in a loud voice, and I know that because of this exclamation point. See these fangs? There's another one of our words. Remember? They're right here in the mouth. Fangs. Stay away from my ball. Oh. They're kind of telling each other, don't touch my things. The cat and the dog played on their own. Chewing, chasing. Rolling, catching. They're having a great time outside. Having a little break from being inside the house. Then, one day, something terrible happened. Oh, let's look at the pictures here. Let's see if we can guess. Oh no! Look at here. The little mouse is inside of the water. I can't swim. Now let's look over here at this picture. Oh no! Do you see the ball? It's up in the tree. And the dog says, I can't climb. So they both have a problem here. The cat can't swim and the dog can't climb. I wonder how they're going to solve these problems. Do you have any ideas? Let's look and see what they decide. There was absolutely nothing they could do. Nothing? It looks to me like they are thinking. I know. Do you see what they're doing here? I see the dog running towards the water and the cat running towards the... You're right, that tree. I can swim. I can climb. So the dog is heading over here for the little mouse toy. And the cat is getting ready to climb up that tree to get the ball. Oh, they found a way to help each other. That was so kind. Here, cat. Here, dog. Look at that. They were being so kind and helpful. Wow. A cat and a dog live in the same house. Do you see their faces now? I think back to the beginning of the story where they were like this, facing away from each other. But now it looks so different. Now they're facing each other and they have a smile. That shows me that their feelings have changed. And now they are the best of friends. Oh, they're cuddled up together here. The end. Now that we read the story, how do you think the characters feel? I noticed that they didn't like each other very much. Let's look closer at these sentences. I'm going to put one here in the chart. Let's point and read it together. I can't swim. Now let's clap those words together. Ready? I can't swim. I noticed that it starts with an uppercase and it ends with a period. Now let's look at another sentence from the book and compare it. It reads, I can't climb. Let's clap those words. Are you ready? I can't climb. It also starts with an uppercase letter and ends with a period. What else do you notice? Let's look. So they both start with I. They both say can't. Oh, but I see that there's a different word here at the end. It reads swim up here, but the bottom one with the dog says climb. So that's where they're a little bit different. Then they both end with a period. So the beginning part is the same, but the ending word is a little bit different. I have another pair of sentences here. Let's put it in here. This one, the dog said to us in the book, and it says, I can swim. Oh, it starts with an uppercase letter. But look at this. This is a different punctuation. This is an exclamation point. That means I need to read this in a loud voice. Are you ready? Let me try that one more time. I can swim. That's that loud voice from the exclamation point. One more sentence here. And this one was given to us by the cat in the story. And it says, I can climb. It also starts with that uppercase letter and ends with the exclamation point. So one more time, are you ready to read it nice and loud? I can climb. Just like we looked before. Let's see here. They both start with the I. They both say can. And they both have an exclamation point. But did you notice that the ending word is a little bit different? The top sentence says swim, and the bottom sentence says climb. When we read and write, it helps us to look for patterns that can help us keep reading and that we can use in our own writing. Now, when you read and write at home, look for patterns that you can use to help you. You're invited to write your very own sentences using this sentence pattern or one from one of your favorite books. Noticing what other authors do can help you be a better reader and writer. Remember that in this story, the cat and the dog liked being by themselves, and then they had a problem. Do you remember what their problems were? How did they solve that problem? Was it better alone or together? When you have a problem, how do you handle it? Thank you so much for joining us, and we can't wait to see you next time. Bye, boys and girls.